Hello, welcome to Popeye Hill. Today I'm going to lay out the rows I'm going to be planting regular garden potatoes in. And that's the type of potatoes you think of like Yukon Gold or the red potatoes you could buy in the grocery store. So I'm going to have garden potatoes in this row and in that far row over there next to the fence. I'm also going to have another type of potato down this middle row, and that's going to be sweet potatoes. More on that later. But for now, what I want to do is just lay out a general area where the potatoes are going to go in. I want to have it far enough from the edge that I can run the tiller and till that up until the time that I don't have to do that anymore because the plants have grown so much. So I've got the row laid out right here. I put a string down. So let's just run a furrow here. This isn't the plant width, this is just to help me see where I want to till when I put the fertilizer down. The strategy is for today, put the fertilizer down and then run the tiller over it and get it ready so when it's time to plant the potatoes, I'll be good to go. So there's that one. Now let's lay out the other side. I'll show you one of my handy measuring tricks I came up with so I don't have to go get a yardstick or a tape. I use my hand. Each span of my hand is 9 inches, and I already pre-measured this over there. So what I need is 4 hand spans to place this end of the string over here. So right about here is the edge of the garden. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just mark that this way. So that's about where I want that. I can fine tune that after a bit. Now we'll go down and just make sure that the other end of the string is the same distance out. And there we go. And the other technique I do is I eyeball it. How does that look to my eye? That looks pretty good from this side. Let me come around and I'll look at it from that end. And yeah, there we go. Now what you'll see is there's actually a row right in there already, a furrow. That's from when I did the tilling the other day. I'm just going to follow right along that because that's about where I'm going to put the row of potatoes. So I'll do that right now for the second row. As you see, as I do this, I have plenty of room over here on this side so I can run the tiller down and keep it tilled up going into the summertime. And really, all this row is, it's just going to be a guide for me so when I'm running a tiller, I don't get all over the place. It's pretty much stay in a straight line. And then when I plant the potatoes, I'm going to have to do this again to lay it out so I do get assure to myself that there is a straight line. Okay, that looks good. Now let's put some fertilizer on it. And this tank is where the fertilizer gets applied. So where I'm going to put this, where I'm going to put the fertilizer, I'm going to put the fertilizer right along the row here. About like this. And that looks pretty good, but put a little bit more as we come back along the way. Okay, let's do the other row up here. And in this take, we're applying fertilizer on the second row. Okay, here goes the fertilizer on the upper row. And I wanted to mention that this is just a general all-purpose fertilizer. I think it's 13, 13, 13 is the breakdown. And this isn't the only fertilizer I'm going to put on. When I plant the potatoes, right down in the row where the potatoes are, I'm going to be putting bone meal. And that adds extra nutrients that help the potatoes grow. So let's get this on. How do I know how much to put on? I guess gardening for the past 40 or 50 years gives me a handle on it. Not too much, but don't shortchange things. Okay. Now I want to make a couple of runs with the tiller on this side of where the potato rows are going to be. I'm going to need some more space on this side, some more loose dirt as time goes on to help hill up the potatoes as we go along. This is the soil that I was talking about in another video about how moist it is. I'm just going to have to live with that. So the tiller is going to run right along through here. I'll probably do a pass up and back on both sides. So let's fire up a tiller. You can see how easy it is to lose track of where that fertilized row is when you start running the tiller back and forth. Kind of know where it is now because of these stakes here. But if they weren't there and I come back a day later, I'm wondering, well, where was that? So it was here. What I'm going to do is just put this string and get things ready for planting of the potatoes. That there. And now we'll head down to the other end. So actually what I can do, I can just tie it right here on this wooden stake because this stake is marking the row itself. Let me just wrap this around here a few times. There we go. Looks like that will do it for this segment. I will be doing a follow-up video where we plant the potatoes. Thanks for watching. See you next time.